Hi guys, this is Riya Deshwal and you're back on my channel Crux of English, and today we're going to talk about nouns. In the second part, I have made a video already about nouns and the introduction and its types. So I would recommend you to go see that video first. But today I'm going to talk about nouns. So what I'm doing is I'm going to talk about countables and uncountables, and after that I will take a few questions so that it's really clear to you what actually can come as a question. So I'm doing spotting the error. So when I'll find the errors in each question, it will be very clear to you how questions about nouns can actually come in the competitions. So let's do this. So what are countables and uncountables? This is like the second classification that you can do of nouns. So countables are the ones, it's very easy to understand the word countables, that can be counted, and uncountables are the ones that cannot be counted. Now what all can be counted? Anything that can actually come in numbers can be counted, and anything that can never actually be counted in numbers. You cannot say ki haan, there is 5 money or there is 5 knowledge. You can always say there are 5 books. So anything around you that you count in numbers, that comes under countables, and anything that you cannot count, so that comes under uncountables. So any sort of abstract noun would always come under uncountables. Let's just see some examples. So I've given three examples here, and you can compare both the examples. So here I'm talking about 2 examples, books and knowledge. So let's just compare both of these words. So I am saying a sentence that he's very well read in English as a subject. So well, there could be, I'm writing it here, he is very well read in English. Now very well read means that there's a human being who has a great amount of knowledge of a certain subject. Now these can be 2 things, books and knowledge. Now आप ऐसे तो नहीं कहते कि उसको इतनी नॉलेज है, उसको 5 नॉलेज है. You can never say that. You can, knowledge is something that cannot be counted in numbers. आप ये नहीं कह सकते कि उसको, हम ये बोल सकते कि उसको बहुत नॉलेज है, लेकिन हम ये नहीं एग्जैक्टली बता सकते आपको नंबर्स में और परसेंटेज में कि उसको इतनी नॉलेज है. बुक्स in comparison, हम ऐसे बोल सकते हैं कि उसको, he has read 5 books, so he has a lot of knowledge about all those books, but knowledge as in itself cannot be counted, and therefore it's known as an uncountable. Same goes with another example, seconds or time. You can here write minutes or hours or anything. So seconds and time. अब टाइम कोई ऐसी चीज़ तो है नहीं जो काउंट करी जा सकती है. ऑफ कोर्स हम कह सकते हैं कि हमने सेकंड्स में हम उसको काउंट कर सकते हैं, बट टाइम इन इटसेल्फ इज़ अनकाउंटेबल, बट इट कैन बी काउंटेड इन अदर क्वांटिटीज लाइक सेकंड्स और मिनट्स और आवर्स. बट टाइम इन इटसेल्फ इज समथिंग दैट इज अनकाउंटेबल. नाउ अगेन मनी. Money as a word is an uncountable, but money can be counted in the form of rupees. Okay, so that are some of the examples of countables and uncountables. Now let's see verb. So what verb do you use with countables and with uncountables? So when there is a singular countable, like I here write book, I would definitely use verb that is used with a singular noun, like he studies a lot of books. So here it studies, that means the verb is singular, and with a plural form we will use a plural verb, like he they study. So that is the plural form. So that would be the verb for the countables. Now uncountables are always counted as singular. They are the ones जिनके साथ हमेशा verb singular लगेगी. So knowledge is always is. So uncountables, the verb is always singular. You cannot use a plural form of verb when it comes to uncountables. Now adjectives. So when there's an adjective, you know, many, a few, and a number of, all these adjectives are in the form that can be counted. When you say a few, we think of a number, a few, maybe 4 or 5, or many, we think of a number, and when there is number, you always can count it. So these adjectives are used with the countable forms of noun. Similarly, much, little, a quantity of, something that cannot be counted is used with uncountables. Article a and the is used with countables, and only the is used with uncountables, because a and as we know, a and an. So uncountables, the verb is always singular. You cannot use a plural form of verb when it comes to uncountables. Now adjectives. So when there's an adjective, you know, many, a few, and a number of, all these adjectives are in the form that can be counted. When you say a few, we think of a number, a few, maybe 4 or 5, or many, we think of a number, and when there is number, you always can count it. So these adjectives are used with the countable forms of noun. Similarly, much, little, a quantity of, something that cannot be counted. So articles, when it's countables, you use a and the, and when it's uncountables, you can only use the, because as we know that a and an is used with a singular form. You cannot use a with something that is already in a plural form. So the is the only one that's used with uncountables. So that is all about countables and uncountables. Now let's do some questions. So articles, when it's countables, you use a and the, and when it's uncountables, you can only use the, because as we know that a and an is used with a singular form. You cannot use a with something that is already in a plural form. So the is the only one that's used with uncountables. So that is all about countables and uncountables. Now let's do some questions. So let's see these questions. The first one is, my sister has read pages after pages of the Bible. Now pages after pages, whenever there's a preposition between two nouns, it's always in the singular form. So what you need to remember is, if a preposition is present between two nouns, it is in singular form. You have to remember this. So it's always page after page. So the error is in the C part. Now let's see the next one. I went to the temple with my parents, aunts, and cousin sisters. It's never cousin sisters. Cousin in itself is a neutral gender, neutral, or you can say common gender. It's not masculine or feminine. It represents both the genders. So it's never sisters. It's always cousins. No cousin brothers or cousin sisters. It's always cousins, just cousins. So the problem is in the third part. Now the third one. He takes pain over his work. Takes pain. Now, wo pain in itself is something that cannot be counted, it is an uncountable. So the verb is to be take. So the problem is in the second part. It would be he take pains. He takes pains. We both plural because we have been using he. So over his work. Now the next one. The manager put forward a number of criterion for the post. It's never criterions. The plural form of criterion is criteria. So the problem is in the second part. Let's do some more questions. और questions देखते हैं. I like the poetries of Byron and Shelley. Poetries in itself is an uncountable, and therefore it is always in a singular form. So there would be, the answer would be poetry, not poetry. So the error is in the B part. Next, the beautiful surrounding of the place enchanted me. Now आपको कहाँ लगता है क्या गलती है? Surrounding. It's surroundings. It's plural. The place has a lot of surroundings, so it should be in a plural form. Therefore, the problem is in the B part. Third, no porter being available, he carried all his luggages himself. It's never luggages. It's always luggage. Luggage is in itself in plural form. You don't need to use S when it comes to luggage. So the problem is in the C part. Let's move ahead. Now, कभी भी किसी भी सेंटेंस को देख के घबराना नहीं है कि ये बहुत बड़ा लग रहा है तो पता नहीं इसमें क्या होगा. ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. It's very simple. It's always very simple when it comes to grammar. So if you know the basics, if you know the things that go into it, it's very, very simple. So the first one. You are among those men who earned name and fame not by chance but by hard work. So where do you think is the problem? I'm giving you 30 seconds to think about it. Let's see. Among is something that's, is used when the noun should be in the plural form, and men here is in singular form, so the problem is with men. So the error is in the B part. Next, sheep are economically useful and so they are reared for wool and meat. It's never sheeps. Sheep in itself is plural. So the problem comes with the first one. 10th, it is a big blunder but we had to ignore it. Now you would think about कि चलो noun है तो problem कहाँ कहाँ हो सकती है? 3 जगह हो सकती है. Countables or uncountables, right? Second, plurals, and the third would be gender. But आप जब देखोगे तो इस सेंटेंस में कहीं इन चीज़ों में प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, तो आपको नाउन में कहाँ इसमें प्रॉब्लम मिलेगी? बिग ब्लंडर. Blunder in itself is a big mistake. You should not use big with blunder. So the problem is in the A part. Okay. So guys, this is your homework and I want you to do these sentences by yourself and find the errors and put them in the comment box. So I'm giving you a good look. Probably take a screenshot or something and do the questions and answer the questions in the comment box. I'll wait for your answers. Hey guys, that was all about noun, and if you like the video, please press that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this in grammar and literature. Thank you for watching.